Hello, this is Brian again. Welcome to part 2 of my Rose Canyon video sets. So now I'm in the Sycamores now. Now I'm under the Sycamores, and we're starting to get some decent sized ones here too. Wow, those are nice ones. Oh wow! Oh man, these are big. Oh. Wow, these are kind of large. Oh wow! I'm just gonna get a little closer. Wow! These are massive. Oh wow! This is a big one right here. I don't know if this is part of this either. It could be. They have been known to get multi-trunked. This is a big tree right here. This is incredible. Wow. Beautiful. Man, this is a large one. Large as some of the ones in San Clemente Canyon nearby. There's some really large ones there. Just trying to get a perspective on this tree. Wow. This thing is huge. Oh man. Incredibly large. Huge. There's some big sycamores around here. Toyon. Nice name for this canyon would be Poison Oak Canyon. It is at least as prevalent here as it is in San Clemente Canyon. There's a lot of it here, actually. Unbelievable how much there is growing here. Got some more leafy sycamores up ahead. A very large coyote brush too. Now I know I've done videos on, a spotlight video on coyote brush, Baccharis piloraris consanguinea. So what I've read on this one scientist and botanist page, his name is Wayne Armstrong at Palomar College, he had mentioned that a lot of people have dropped the subspecies status. Because you've got subspecies piloraris, which is more low growing, and subspecies consanguinea, which is tall and shrubby. But I remember reading his site yesterday, Wayne's Word, that a lot of people are dropping the subspecies level. In other words, dropping the piloraris and the consanguinea. So, pretty interesting. Something to keep an eye on. There's a lot of coyote brush along here, along the trail. A lot of it. Oh yeah. Oh, this old sycamore's got a humongous trunk on it. Right there. Oh wow. Yeah, this is some pretty nifty stuff here. Looks like we're at the end of the sycamores on this side of the trail. Yeah, I've only been here a short time, and that's proven to be quite an exhilarating little area. As we get older, you're going to run into canyons. There's still quite is left to explore here in San Diego. I still have a lot of this canyon to explore. Gotta try to find out if there are any other staging areas where I could find another adventure. This is really cool. Here's a young toyon in full bloom. Heteromeles are Budapolia. Now, I keep reading these plants are supposed to have this funky smelling flower. I'm going to stick my nose where there's not a honeybee, hopefully. I'm trying to test that. But everywhere I go, there's a honeybee. Nah. Too many bees. I'm not sticking my nose in there. I've never smelled anything. I've never really noticed any really funky smell, and I've had toyons that I've raised toyons to flower and fruit before. Fortunately, after moving here from Orange County, most of my plant collection is died off. Major chunk of it's my fault for not being as attentive as I used to be. So I'm not really trying to blame anybody else for it. It was kind of sad because I've had toyons that got up to flowering and fruiting before. So this is where the canyon starts curving around. And then I think this trail meets up with the San Clemente Trail. It's like the San Clemente / Rose Canyon Trail, I think. And we got our state flower up here, Schultzia californica, the good old poppy. I think this is going to wrap around, start heading south, and then curve into. It's going to probably, I think it parallels the 5, and then it hooks up with San Clemente Canyon. So I'm just going to follow this a little bit more. I don't think I'm going to go all the way around. But there's another massive sycamore tree. Another one right there. I can tell it's got the the rough bark all the way up the tree, so you can tell it's been around for a long time. Usually the younger trunks are the ones with the white and gray and brown mottling on it. Very well known for sycamore trees, but it has a lot of that gray, rough, scaly bark going way up into the crown of the tree, so it tells me that thing's been around for a very long time. Oh yeah, that's a beauty. That's a classic Platanus racemosa right there. In Spanish they call it the aliso. You'll notice if you live in California, you hear the name aliso a lot in names of towns, in communities and canyons, and even hills and mountains. The name aliso is very common. That's because that's our famous California sycamore. And aliso is Spanish for sycamore. So we're here. Oh, and here comes another botanical piece of awesome. Hooker's Evening Primrose. Right here. Pinothera alata subspecies hirsutissima. I believe, yes. Hooker's Evening Primrose. In bloom. Late spring and summer. While the hills above are brown and dry and crispy, the plants are blooming down here. And of course, near the riparian corridor, once again, good old Populus fremonti, subspecies fremonti, Fremont cottonwood. Doesn't look like there's really much of any water action over here. Oh, yep, there's some. A little water going down there. Yeah, it's a pretty cool little canyon. Gotta be honest. Enjoying this little walkabout down here. Also got to start looking for a spotlight video. The thing I was hoping to see were some large laurel, again, in fact I mentioned it in the first video, large laurel sumac. Real bushy, tall bushy ones that a lot of times you'll find here in the canyon bottoms. A lot of times the ones on the hillsides are usually smaller, but the ones here, usually down in the canyon bottoms, are quite large and luscious. I guess they don't really take a foothold here. But, see something else interesting coming up. This will probably be roughly my turnaround point. Ooh, beautiful coast live oak. There's a pine sapling back there. I think it's an Italian stone pine. But, what I'm looking at is that pine over there. Ooh, yeah, that breeze feels good. I left my house at Santee. It was already starting to roar up the heat. By the way, you haven't seen me doing too many real big rigorous hikes. It's just been hot, and even up in the mountains it's supposed to be in the 90s. Yeah, that's a Torrey pine right there, baby. Let's try to turn around here. That's a nice one. Wow, that's a nice looking tree. It's pretty young too. I mean, sometimes these trees can be quite fast growing. And of course we got our other native coast live oak here. Wow. Yeah, this is a pretty young tree. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Now, I think I'm going to turn around here and start heading back towards the other side. So that will do it here for part number 2. And part number 3 should be where I'm on the other side of the trailhead. I'll be along this side, along this trail, but I'll be past the trailhead part. Oh, a nice Torrey pine. Got a lot of cones on it too. I'll see you in clip number 3. It's pretty nice down here.